Yo, what's good, my eruptioners? Green Typhlosion here, and today we'll be ranking the grass type stars. But I'm not alone. Joining me today is DErek TriForce. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm DErek TriForce, and on my channel I do Pokemon theories, informationals, and more. When you're finished with this video, definitely go check out my half of the collab where Green Typhlosion will join me in exploring the origin and more on Torterra.
Please keep in mind that this video is our opinions, and don't get upset if your favorite grass starter isn't competitively viable compared to the other grass starters. Remember, like always, Mega Evolution won't be factored into this video, and with all that said, let's get right on with the video.
But if you close your eyes,
the worst grass starter is sadly the first. Venusaur is probably the most confusing starter competitively. Its stats are geared towards both an offensive and defensive role with a base 100 special attack and base 100 special defense. Unfortunately for Venusaur, its move pool doesn't allow it to pull effectively either off. Its few good options for defensive are Toxic and Leech Seed, while offensively it doesn't have the coverage to pull off sweeps. Its speed stat isn't the worst, but it definitely is lacking. The problem can be somewhat solved with its ability Chlorophyll. However, this has required harsh sunlight, allowing fire type moves to deal more damage and incinerate you fast. Due to the lack of options, Venusaur is the worst grass starter competitively.
The second worst and coincidentally second grass starter is Meganium. There are so many issues facing this overall lovely Pokemon. First off, its mono grass typing gives it weaknesses to 5 separate types. Secondly, its hidden ability Leaf Guard is practically useless because, like Chlorophyll, it requires harsh sunlight, thus powering up fire type moves. However, unlike Venusaur, Meganium's stats suit a tanky role well, with its base 80 HP and base 100 in both defensive stats. Bundled with these solid stats is a decent fitting move pool, including status moves such as Toxic and Sleep Powder. In addition, Leech Seed, Synthesis, and Giga Drain can help recover your HP. Aside from the tank role, Meganium can also serve as a phaser by forcing the opponent to switch with Dragon Tail. Overall, Meganium is a decent tank that is crippled by its type and ability. Next up is the forest Pokemon Sceptile. Out of all the Pokemon mentioned thus far, Sceptile's hidden ability Unburden proves to be the most useful. With the effect of doubling Sceptile's base 120 speed upon losing its held item, allows Sceptile to outspeed most of its competition, especially when this ability is activated via Berry. Complementing its great speed is Sceptile's superb base 105 special attack stat. However, while it's got great offensive capabilities and speed, Sceptile can't take hits well. Just like Meganium, Sceptile suffers from 5 separate weaknesses due to its mono grass typing, and coupled with its poor defenses means a super effective hit or strong neutral attack will either cripple or knock out Sceptile.
In the middle of the ranking is the continent Pokemon Torterra. Starting off, this Pokemon's biggest issue is its base speed of 56, which isn't good, especially when you have a quad weakness to ice types due to your grass and ground typing. However, making up for its speed is its tanky stats of a base 105 defense and a decent 85 special defense. Another weakness that made this Pokemon worse by the aforementioned speed is Torterra's double-edged sword ground typing. Its quad weakness size means it's extremely risky going into any special attack focus ice types, say for example Frostlass. On the bright side, Torterra has access to a powerful stab Earthquake and can learn the useful entry hazards move Stealth Rock. Its high base 109 attack stat empowers that stab Earthquake and allows for some more offensive options. Overall, Pokemon is much like Venusaur in being both defensive and offensively, yet lacks the necessary setup and coverage to do so. Torterra had so much more, it's beyond competitive scene, so once you're finished with this video, go check out Derek's Poke profile on Torterra. In the video, me and Derek will be discussing Torterra's origin, biology, trivia, and so much more.
Overtaking Sceptile is the newest grass starter, Decidueye. Out of all the grass type starters, Decidueye has the most unique typing by being Ghost and Grass. While unique, this typing is competitively terrible because it adds Ghost and Dark as weaknesses, causing concern for the many Ghost and Dark type priority moves. Decidueye's stats are excellent all around except for its base 75 defense stat, and not terrible but lacking speed. With its poor base defense, Decidueye will have trouble taking many hits, yet cause for more concern for those priority Dark and Ghost type moves. However, Decidueye benefits from a vast and excellent move pool coverage in addition to having an interesting ability to boot. Having access to bug, ghost, flying, and grass type moves allows Decidueye to cover a vast range of type. In addition, Decidueye with the ability Long Reach won't have to worry about contact effects from Rocky Helmet, Iron Barbs, and more.
The second best grass starter is the amazing Generation 6 starter Chestnut. Out of all the grass starters, this Pokemon has the best defensive stat at a whopping 122. This allows Chestnut to take physical punishment. This bastion of defense is supported by a good ability and tanking moves. Spike Shield, a unique form of Protect, punishes any that would physically attack. Drain Punch is a good stab recovery move. Leafly allows for passive damage and recovery. And lastly, Toxic checks all other walls. Furthering this tank's mindset, Chestnut's ability Bulletproof outright makes it immune to moves like Shadow Ball and Aura Sphere, which helps its average special defense. In addition to its base 107 attack, it's no laughing matter, coupled with its decent speed stat for a tank. Chestnut is overall amazing competitively, 10 out of 10.
If you haven't already deduced it by now, the best grass type starter is Superior. It may be obvious, but the ability Contrary is a game changer in Pokemon. By making stat changing effects opposite allows Superior to become more powerful with each successful Leaf Storm it uses. In addition, your opponent will have to think again about attempting to lower your stats with abilities such as Intimidate. Superior also has an excellent base speed stat of 113 and balanced defenses, allowing it to take on a tank role if so desired. Moves like Leech Seed and Substitute support both offensive and defensive playstyles. I suppose you could say Superior really is superior to its peers.
Alright, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing to me both and Derek for more Pokemon content. Also, definitely consider checking out the pokeprofile on Torterra on Derek's channel. It was great having you for assistance, Derek.
No sweat. This was rather interesting as I don't often look into Pokemon with a competitive mindset. But before you go, why don't you consider leaving a like and comment, as it's always helpful.
That's about it, and remember guys, check out his channel. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.